Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to another blissful week. All right, and special thanks to God Almighty for sparing, my life, your life. Only the living can be here right now. So we're grateful to God Almighty for keeping us, you know, and and I want to appreciate the global president in the person of Ambassador Aziz Adekunle Badmos. Thank you, sir. The Lord bless you, and may His face may He cause His face to continue to shine upon you. And I want to thank the global first lady in person of Chief Mochunrayo Badmos. Thank you, ma'am. Also, I want to thank Professor Clinton, the 001 leader of people to people revolution. You know, thank you for all you do, sir. And I want to appreciate those that have been following us, whether you have subscribed or not. But you've been following us, you've been listening to one or two comments from the global clusters, or you've joined us on YouTube, or you've seen one clip or the other. We appreciate you. I want to thank our host, who's always there, you understand, in person of Tennessee, Georgia. God bless you. I want to appreciate every other person, you know, that will be joining us maybe much later. And my name is Fares, and I'll be your anchor for today. Let's quickly dive into our promo video. So after our promo video, then we go straight into people to people revolution. And we're talking about youth as the force of nation building. Youth as the force of nation building. Host, over to you. Let's go.
The People to People Revolution is here, a movement redefining how we connect. In a world where institutions and hierarchies often create barriers, this revolution focuses on direct engagement, people talking to people, sharing stories, and solving challenges together. This is about building bridges across cultures and geographies, fostering open dialogue and collaboration. Every handshake, every conversation, every shared experience is a step toward unity. At Global Clusters, we believe that true change happens when people come together, empowered by understanding and mutual respect. Let's bridge divides and embrace this revolution for a better world. The People to People Revolution begins with you. Be part of a global community that bridges divides and builds connections. Visit theglobalclusters.org to join the conversation. Stay informed about upcoming events and revolutions, and remember, every meeting is an opportunity for change. Let's connect and create a better world together.
Let's connect and create a better world together. Let's connect and create a better world together. You know, I was live few minutes ago, on TikTok, and I met this Pakistani man, a man from Pakistan. He just joined my live and, hey, hello, what's up? You understand? And I said, I didn't even ask what his name was, because I just saw Mohammed and I just said, Mr. Mohammed, how are you doing? He said, fine. What do you do? In fact, before I asked what he was into, he was already showing me his, you know, his store or his shop. This is my business place. You know how this, you understand? This is my business place. I sell this, I sell clothes, I sell that. I said, beautiful. And I said, this is beautiful. And I told him that we have a platform, we have a place where he can showcase what he does, what he's into. Okay. And right there, I typed, I forwarded our website. You understand? I forwarded it there, www.thesparkhubs.org, and I told him it's free. Since I can see what you do, I can see that you have something tangible to offer. We want people like you there. We are not stopping anyone from taking advantage of our platform. All right. And I was sent to another guy who told me he's from Africa. I asked what part of Africa, and he said somewhere South Africa. I've forgotten where he mentioned, a young guy. And I was telling him, I told him also, look up that website I just forwarded. And he also said he's a business person. And I asked him, what kind of business do you do? You know, because even people that are into dirty businesses will tell you I'm a businessman. But exactly what do you do? Exactly what do you do? I need to know. And he told me, you know, uh, I also met a guy from Kogi State. His name is it Raman now or something? So what did I do? I just sent him. I told him to join us 5 o'clock. You understand? I told him to join us 5 p.m. To learn more about the Spark Hubs. You know, he was interested. The guy was just following me, like until up, up until the time he biked. Okay, he was still showing me his face, like he wasn't his camera. I could see him, you know, up to the point where he biked. I was seeing the bike guy and I was seeing him. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And I told him, I sent him our link and I said, ensure you join us this evening. He said he will do just that. So people to people, it means from me to you, from me to somebody in my neighborhood, from me to people in my community, from me, all right? Or from clusterians, you understand? From clusterians, people who already have a goal, people already have a very good mind frame or mindset, okay? Remember, we always have what we call mind surgery, you know, every Monday morning, just to have a rethink, just to think properly so you can enter the right channel or go follow the path of right accurate knowledge, accurate information, um, our humanity revolution, you know, people to people, you know, human being to another human being, you know, with proper reasoning. I normally tell people that our platform is we have people that are noble. We have intellectuals. You understand? People that have one of two meaningful, something positive to share. All right. So people to people revolution. You know, it's not the regular revolution we know of or that you know of. Not killings, not genocide, all these nasty things happening. You understand? You know, so we have to care for our own people. Let's stop robbing Peter to pay Paul. All right. Let's stop robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're helping neighboring countries. There's nothing wrong when you help a neighboring country, or when you help neighboring countries. But in a situation whereby your own country lack or are in lack, or your own country is lagging behind, or something has pinned us down. There's already a cankerworm. There's uh, pandemonium, or there's an epidemic. You understand? And we are not solving. We're not doing the needful. We're not solving our own problems, but we prefer to go to other countries and help people out. Then the media will pick it up. Oh, so and so person. Oh, this is such a great person. Wow. Ah, he's so amazing. He's so amazing. Whereas back in your own country, where you're from, people are in anguish. People are perishing. People are in torment. People are in torment. Nobody's trying to, it's not all about, we don't just want town criers. Oh, let's alleviate poverty, and they'll just go to a community or a place and get all their cameras rolling, or their whatever rolling, just to, is it propaganda, I'll call it now, just to make the world see that they are doing something, that, I mean, they are helping people, lives. That's not what we're talking about. That's not people to people. No, that's not what we're talking about. So let's do the needful. We know what is right. We come here every day. We have one. We move from one meeting to another. You understand? We move from one meeting to the other. It's for a purpose, all right? It's for a purpose. We want to make our own country great again. Okay. Manga. MANGA. The M stands for make or making. The A, Africa. The N, Nigeria. The G, great. The last A, again. During my live, my TikTok, I was saying something. I said making. I said that word again. AGAIN. When you hear that word, it's a 5-letter word. It's a 5-letter word. All right. When you hear that word, what comes to be like? What do you think about that word? What does it mean to you? And I was saying again means something already happened. Now we want a repeat, or there's a repeat. It's just like somebody committed a crime, and maybe he begged for pardon, and he was pardoned, you know, or is it justice being tampered with mercy? How is it said again? You understand? Somebody committed a crime, and he begged for pardon, and he got it. You understand? He begged, he cried, I will never do it again. I don't want to, you understand? Well, he was freed. Then he goes back, and because he was caught, or now he's caught, and he's saying, please, I didn't know what came over me, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, please. And, he has repeated what he did before. Okay, again. You mean you stole again? You mean you have done this bad thing or this illicit act again. So again, a repeat. All right. So we want to make our own country great again. You understand? We want to do that. And that's why we're reaching out to every man or every woman or every youth, especially the youth. Just like I said, during my life, and a young guy, a young folk joined, and it was, let's play a match, let's play a match. I smiled. I said, okay, match. I didn't want to discourage him, you understand, from coming next time. What did I do? I said, okay, only on one condition. I am going to choose what we're going to talk about. Yes. I told him it's about nation building. So the guy was like, what does this man say? I said, okay, go ahead. And I told him that we're going to be talking about nation building. So we started, and I asked him a question. Okay, what do you think about nation building? Or what? He didn't understand what I was saying, so I had to tweak the question, and I said, okay, what is nation building? He laughed. He laughed and he said, that I should go first. I said, no, but I asked the question, but I discovered that he was lost. You understand? So young stars or youth of today, they just want to enjoy. They want to um, do things that will just make people laugh and play. This there's what we call playway method in teaching. All right, playway, where you have to you sing, you say something, you use I think we call it nursery rhyme or something. No, A B C D E F G. On a normal day, there are children that if you're teaching them, they get bored, or they get, maybe I'll say fatigue or something. They just get bored. You understand? But when you use the playway method, you're able to catch that child's attention. When you when you when you when you use music, all right, A B C D, and you're dancing, you're able to catch that child's attention. What am I trying to say? Or what I'm saying is, let's be deliberate, let's be intentional. There are techniques we can apply. We normally have strategies in the new normal. You understand what we can do, what you can go into, what you can dabble into to make ends meet. Now having just one stream of income is is not really helping people, will I say, gain balance or get their balance. Get stabilized. All right. Okay. So you have to look into other things. Legit, of course, legit. Not things that are uh, things that will make you, things that will down dampen your image. I was looking for the word. Something that will dampen, or something that will not show integrity. Okay, something that does not portray integrity. So, people to people revolution, youth as the force of nation building. Every generation is marked by a movement that defines its legacy. For ours, that movement is not about war or politics. It is about people awakening people. All right? People awakening people, not people killing people, not people bad mouthing people, not people being rude, not rude people, but respectful people. Okay? It is about awakening people. A new wave of social conscience, a people to people revolution, the awakening of a generation that believes nation building is not government's job alone, but the people's collective duty. Did you just hear that? Yes, you did hear me well. Yes, you heard me well. I have to do it. I have to do the needful. You have to do the needful. Do what is right. Whether you're being watched or not, do the right thing. We are the generation living in the age of technology, creativity, and communication. Just talking does not necessarily mean I have communicated. Until I have been able to get you to understand what I am saying, until I have been able to, things have aligned or things are aligning. There's one interesting thing I love about our platform, um, and it is we don't segregate. We don't segregate. We don't. Language is not really. It's not a barrier. Some time ago, a grown-up woman, in one of our meetings, she was like, this one that we're always, our mode of communication is English, what's happening? And we said to her, no, feel free. If you want us to converse in Yoruba, why not? Why not? So if you want it in Hausa, why not? You want it in Igbo, why not? So it is people to people. Let's communicate. Whether the person is an Ibibio person, whether the person is he a fake now, thief, no pay, whether it's Larubawa. I'm trying to remember all these languages, other, you understand? Let's communicate. Violence does not solve problems. If you're rude, rudeness is not going to help the other person. If you're rude, the person feels, what is this? The person does not feel cool about it. No one loves to be insulted. If you're insulted, there's a way you don't feel good. But somebody says, oh, I love the way you smile. Oh, this guy is amazing. I just like the way you dress. I like this about you. I like that about you. There's a way you feel, oxytocin, we're told, all these hormones, all these happy hormones, oxytocin, all these other hormones that, it gives you joy. It makes you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable. You there's this kind of feeling you have. You're relaxed. All right. We are the generation living in the age of technology, so we cannot do away with that. We can't push that aside. Creativity, we can push that aside, and communication is important. Yet we are also the generation fighting unemployment, corruption, poor leadership, and disunity. The balance lies in one truth. The future of any nation depends on how its youth respond to their moment in history. All right. Now, I told you, I was telling the guy, okay, let's talk about nation building. And before he gets out of my face, I just wanted to grasp I mean, I wanted to catch his attention. So next time when he joins, he knows that, oh, this guy um, smiled at me. This guy gave me a warm welcome. This guy did not disrespect me. This guy did not say, "What do you mean? Come on, get out of here. Oh, game, let's play a game. Is that what I'm here to do? You think I don't have time for things that are value driven, or things that can add value, you understand, to my life? You think I'm here to waste time? All right. In Nigeria today, over 70% of our population is below 35 years. That means the youth are not just the leaders of tomorrow, they are the lifeline of today. We need to catch them young. I believe it was the global president that was saying it, well, maybe last year or a few years back, that let's catch them young, catch them young, catch them young. We need to uh, uh, um, we need to be deliberate. We have to be intentional. We need to go to the youth. We need to catch them young, not just young. We need to catch them early. Like, we shouldn't delay. We shouldn't waste time. All right. We should be quick about it. That's people to people revolution. People to people revolution. All right. Now I have, what is the people to people revolution? The people to people revolution is the rise of ordinary citizens doing extraordinary things for one another. For one another. It's when people decide to stop waiting for change and start being the change. All right? Stop waiting for change. Violence is not good. It doesn't help. It doesn't settle problems. All right? It doesn't. Stop waiting for change. I believe it was Mahatma Gandhi. I was reading one of his stuff, and I mentioned it in one of our meetings. Mahatma Gandhi, that change you desire, I mean, you should be that change, okay? Are you waiting on me? You're banking on me first. No, I should start. I should be that change first. If I am not on that path, then I don't have the right to open my mouth. You understand? To ask, it's just as if you are asking somebody to do something that you're not doing. That's simply hypocrisy. Yes, simply hypocrisy. That's just it. I mean, what you ain't doing, you're asking me to do it. You're not helping me. I have told you I am. It's not as if I have come. It's not as if I am begging you, or I come to you on every. I come to you every day asking you to send me money to eat today, or to feed my family today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. I don't want to do anything. But you know that somebody is not lazy. You know that the person is up and doing. You know that the person is he has something. He has one skill or the other. He's loaded. He has talents. But you already have what it takes to elevate the person, to help the person upskill, to help the person go to the next phase. When I say phase, I'm not literally talking about my face, talking about the PHASE, next level, next phase. All right. So you should help me. If I'm in the position to help you, I should help you without bias. All right. I shouldn't say, oh, he's not my, no, this one not my town guy. He's not my town guy. You know, no, people from Ijebu don't. Sorry, oh, if anyone is listening and you're an Ijebu person, I have a brother that is an Ijebu person, like a close family friend. So I am not trying to spoil people from Ijebu. All right, I love them. I just mentioned Ijebu, you know. No, he's not an Ijebu person, so I cannot help him. I can't help him. I was opportuned last week to travel with um, a particular man, and we went to see some ruling, the heads of the ruling house, stuff like that. And I was told, they had a meeting. They already had meetings, you understand, before I joined them, before the one I joined last week, you understand. I had something I had to do there, so I decided to tag along, all right. And on getting there, after the first meeting, we drove off to the next rendezvous, you understand, the next meeting place, all right. So as soon as we got there, I was famished, so I wanted to refresh. We drove somewhere, left the person who was, he's going to be he's going to be a crown prince, you understand. I'm telling you a true life story. So I was there physically, not that I was somebody that I know. So I was just like one of his Z entourage, we call it now, you understand. Okay. So what am I trying to say? I was able to learn one of two things: people to people. Some people, he was sharing with me. The night we were returning, we as soon as we were done with what we were doing, it was already dark, it was late, but we had to return that night. So we hit the road. All right. We hit the road, and in the car we got talking, and it was telling me, imagine that this can only be God, it's not as if he bribed anybody, and people are supporting him because they know that, oh, if this man, if we allow this man to be the next, you understand, king, we know him. He's influential in the sense that he has affected lives. He has done one of two things in his community. He has done, places that he has worked, places that organizations he has done one of two things with. All right. And he was just sharing with us, and he was just saying, wow, imagine. And on the other end, the other person that is like a runner up, you understand? Let me use that word, runner up, so that I can continue. The guy is diabolic, and he has, maybe diabolic. You understand? You want to get things by hook or by crook. No, that's not how things work. If you are the right person and you're doing what you should do, or what is expected of you, you don't have to bribe people. You don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to bribe anybody. Just be yourself. Do the needful. If they want you, they will take you. If they don't want you, fine. But you don't have to do it by hook or by crook. So, people to people revolution, all right? The people to people revolution is the rise of ordinary citizens doing extraordinary things for one another. I already said that. It's when people decide to stop waiting for change and start being the change. I mentioned Mahatma Gandhi. Remember what I said? When a young person trains others for free, that's revolution. That's why we have the Spark Hubs. I was happy. Thank God, Master Genie joined my life this evening. I returned from service, and I just said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? Let me do something. Let me engage some people. If somebody is doing something silly or something that doesn't make sense, and I'm here lamenting, what are they doing? They are doing rubbish. Then let me do my own thing. Let me engage my own audience. Let me tell them the real deal. Let me tell them what's up. All right. So, what the Global Clusters has done, what the Global Clusters is doing, is simply training others for free. For free. We have free courses. If you visit our website, I mean the sparkhubs.org. I already started one last week. Yes, I just started, At first, I just said maybe the first leaf or first phase, second phase, then I'll leave it for the time being. I'll leave it. Then later, I'll find time. I'll find time to now do the needful. I discovered that when I was just going through, it was what our CTO what he dropped. So I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it, and I was learning. When you continue to read, you gain information. Read things that will add value or that you can gain values from. Okay. So when a young person trains others for free, that's revolution. When we support local farmers and buy made in Nigeria products, that's revolution. Aba made. Me, I cannot wear Aba. It's only Versace or is a Gucci or whether it's Gucci. I don't even know. You understand? All this, Tommy Hilfiger and all those designers we know of. All right, it's good to wear those things. Yes, good. I, for one, I love things that are very nice. Honestly. But let's encourage marketers in our own country. It's people to people revolution. Let's support what our own people are into. Okay. So when we support local farmers and buy made in Nigeria products, that's revolution. We have ARE there, agri, real estate, and export. We have it there. All right. If you go to Itori today, last week or 2 weeks ago, I had this woman all the way from Lagos. She had to dedicate a whole day to visit. And I was glad she did. For some people, seeing is believing. For others, once they know, oh, this is a man of integrity. Oh, I know the global president. Oh, okay, he's an ambassador. Oh, he's a United Nations ambassador for quality and affordable education in the whole of Africa. And you understand? Oh, I've been hearing about this man. Okay, I know this man. So I don't have to go to that place to see, but I trust him. I was listening to Coast Caris. Was it? Yeah, it was last night. It was last night. And he was saying some people are mad at him, for some people are mad at him for paying huge amount of money to some of his he said doesn't want to even call them, was it the one even saying doesn't want to call them staff, like these are highly influential, value driven workers that surrounds him. All right. And you're angry that he's paying the person a particular amount, maybe £1,000 or $1,000. And why? This? You shouldn't envy people. You should find out why the person is being paid that amount. Because the guy, he said, or those guys, they're value driven. He can go to sleep any day, anytime. Because those guys, he knows that they will do the right thing. They are loaded. They are loaded, with things that can turn lives around, that can bring in more, business. And I was able to catch that. I said, wow, no wonder the global president used to raise his voice, or he used to say that He used to say that, you know, you need the currency, or this currency called integrity. You need to be honest. You need to be genuine. You need to be this. You need to be that. Anything that is good. And yesterday was say that the least out of all what a man needs to do well, the least is money, 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 money. Owo, owo, kudi, ego, ego. You understand? Ego. That's the least. But let me not go. Let me not. In fact, as I speak, I'm already regurgitating. I am almost meditating because I am still going back to that clip or video, whatever thing you want to call it, because I want it to sink into my fiber and sink into my fiber. I want to soak it in. I want to absorb. Yeah, you know, I had an argument with a car freak too. I don't know. I think I am more of a freak than he is. No. What's the work of a shock absorber? And I was saying, you can hear now shock, sudden reaction, something that can trigger. You understand? It will absorb it. It will reduce the impact. And I was saying, no. I said, guy, are you trying to confuse me or what? Okay, let us consult ChatGPT. Of course, before I did the consultation, I was telling him what I was sure of, what the knowledge I have about it. I don't know everything about a car, but if you ask me, if you're going to rate me, I cannot go below 80%. All right. Maybe you want to talk about crankshaft, you want to talk about piston, you want to talk about chassis, the chassis, you understand? You want to talk about, let me just move from that channel so that I will not, you understand? And when we consulted Chat GPT and I brought out information rather, he saw, I said, can you see? All right, so people to people, when we decide to serve our communities without being forced, that's revolution. Yes, serve your community without being forced. Sorry about that. I'm trying to fix something real quick so that we don't get distracted. So it's not about protests on the streets alone. It's about mindset reform, a social transformation where we fix the system by fixing ourselves. People lifting people, one act of good at a time. One act of good at a time. Now I have a part two. Why youth are the future. History proves it again and again. The energy of the youth determines the destiny of a nation. In South Africa, young students of Soweto marched for their right to education in 1976. In Ghana, young Nkrumah disciples helped lead Africa's first wave of independence. In Nigeria, the independence movement of the 1950s was driven by youth-led energy. And decades later, the EndSARS protests reminded us that young people can shape national conscience. They weren't, will you kill our people? No, you understand? Youth have always been the heartbeat of transformation. The ones who see beyond fear, who dream beyond failure, and who dare beyond limits. So when we say the youth are the future, it's not a slogan. It's not a slogan. It's not. It's a prophecy. All right. And that prophecy will only come true if the youth accept responsibility today. Let all what we say, what we're saying today, let it not be a waste. Let it not be trashed, or let it not be, what are they saying? We are Gen Zs, we are Alpha, whatever, you understand. It's our time. We have AI, artificial intelligence. We know how to create stuff. I was watching a guy yesterday. I Initially I forwarded the link to the Global Clusters WhatsApp group, but I later deleted it. I just said to myself, okay, we have been sending one or two, you understand, but if we send too many stuff, people, some time ago, no, not even some time ago, someone said, if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it where? Put it in a book, or hide it in a book. Yeah, because we don't want to, we just want to blossom. We want to make money. It's not a bad thing, but there are principles, there are uh, pathways to success, or to succeeding in a business or a vocation. But many a time, all we want to do is the fast way, the short route. You understand? That's the easy way, easy way. No stress, no brain racking, no racking of the brain. You don't want to do the needful. Just want everything, you know, with ease. You don't want to pay the price, the needed price to get the prize with the Z or the Z. All right. The state of our nation, that's part 3. Nigeria is a country of great potential, blessed with natural resources and human brilliance. 100. Somebody, I want somebody to say 100. If you're listening, say 100. If you're watching, say 100. Yet we face corruption, poverty, insecurity, and mismanagement. But here's the irony. While our leaders are aged, or maybe aged, our innovators are young. Average age of Nigerian leaders, 55 to 70. Average age of Nigerians, below 30. All right? Below 30. We are young. We are a young nation being led by old systems. But it doesn't have to stay that way. And we are not going to say, go and kill. So sorry about that break in transmission. So sorry. My phone went off. I guess because of the overheating or something. Yes, my device just went off. You know, the the phone itself has worked, is working, and the heat is the heat is unbearable for it. So I hope I'll be able to finish before that will happen again. So let me try and wind up here. So it is people to people revolution, all right? People to people. And I've said one of two things. I believe you have been able to learn, you know, um, I am not perfect, all right? Not perfect, but I am giving, I have been giving myself to learning, all right? Learning. And that's how we grow. Let's not forget that it's about people, you know, you know, love people the way you love yourself. If you don't hate yourself, you shouldn't don't hate people. Okay? Reach out to people in your community. Reach out, reach out, reach out. You know, by God's special grace, in December, we're going to be having an outreach. You know, um, okay, WeWard is going to be having one very soon. WeWard is going to be having, and that is WeWard Foundation, Women Empowering Women and Disabled. Likewise, Saint Eunice, Saint Eunice will be having one precisely a day after Christmas, Boxing Day. You know, Boxing Day is not a day to, start punching people. Okay, it's Boxing Day. Let me punch your head. Let me punch your nose. You understand? That's not what Boxing Day is. That's not what it's about. Simply about let me box something, let me package something, and give it to you. All right, that's what it's about. So we have to reach out. We have to reach out. You know, just talking and talking and not not doing the needful, not assisting people. You're just talking. All you do is talk, but you have not helped anybody. You have not um, affected any life positively. Then you're just there talking. You're just there talking. So I think I already talked about. Okay, I already mentioned that Nigeria is a country of great potential.